This is going to be a brief update on the digital dash, which is a Benai's 7-inch Android 9.1 display that I am using for a digital dash on the Super Sammy. So anyway, I'm going to try to flip this thing around. I don't know if it lets me. I guess it won't let me flip it around. So I'll switch cameras to the other side and we'll take a look at things. All right, so got the fuel going here. We'll fire up the Sammy. I had it running just a second ago, so it's going to fire up pretty quick. And now we want to get the shadow dash going, so we go to the icon and we push it. And now it is making a connection. Now I'm doing this via Bluetooth, so this goes a little slower than if I was to just connect the MS3 via USB port directly to it. Now I did give myself the ability to do that. I've got extra storage going on right now because it has a couple of USB ports on the little audio tablet from Benai's, and I just added a USB ports right here on my dash connected to those. So that gives me the ability to have additional storage and that kind of thing. The other gauges involved here, I've got the AFR, and then I got my mechanical boost and oil pressure. And then down here is the charge pipe. That is the charge pipe pressure. That lets me know if I am overcharging the charge pipe, and if I am, that'll tell me if the diverter valve is not shutting the air off when I let the throttle off. This is the air temperatures. What I believe one of them's at the supercharger, or after the supercharger, before the throttle body, and after the intercooler. The other one's at the air cleaner itself. I've recently added some vents on the hood to help get rid of some of the heat. So I am hoping that that is going to improve performance and lower the intake air temperatures a little bit. The problem with going with a carbureted or throttle body intake manifold when you go multi-port injection is you don't have the cooling effect from the fuel. And because of that, I end up having to use water methanol along with an intercooler to keep my intake air temperatures cooler, especially under boost. This is the intercooler water temperature gauge right there. So it's saying it's 88 degrees. My engine temperatures are at 154 on the intake air, and then the coolant's 177. And once it gets up to around 180, it will kick the electric fan on. It says the AFRs are 13.65, and that's about what's running over here. These run pretty close on top of each other. The only downside with this particular setup is you don't have an odometer and you don't have a fuel gauge. Now I'm looking to add either a Arduino as a I/O adapter so I can pick up some more ins and outs on the analog side, and then I can add a fuel gauge if I want. The other is if I can find a small digital gauge like the water temperature for the intercooler. I'll put that on my dash here, and then that will give me my fuel gauge that I need. Otherwise, the other things that I have is there's the high beams, signal light, and signal light. Of course, the four-wheel drive indicator. I actually have a check engine light, but I didn't bother hooking it up there because I can actually include that in the dash now. The little green light down at the bottom tells me that flickers and comes on when I get low on water methanol. So that is the deal with the digital dash. Now I am playing around on my phone. I have Miles, and it is an app that I use to track business miles, and I am going to download that on the on this Arduino, or not Arduino, but on the Benise, to see if it works without having a cell phone connection. It does have GPS, which I don't know if you can see it up there, but there's the GPS sensor at the top that helps him tell me what my speed is. So anyway, hope this has been for an update to let you know that this does work and it's very cost effective. I said you wouldn't have to spend the money on the Bluetooth dongle for your Mega Squirt. You could just use the USB port if you happen to have a USB cable connection on yours. But either way, it works. The USB is faster. It connects and gets rolling really quick compared to the Bluetooth is a little slower, and I don't believe that is a function of the Android screen, because it's slow to connect to my phone as well, and my phone is a Galaxy, one of the later Galaxies, so I don't think that's a problem. I think it's the Bluetooth dongle itself is slow. So anyway, and then whenever I figure out this odometer thing, I'll post some information on which of the apps works good for the odometer, because it's, you know, for those of you who are going to have to be, you know, do an inspection and you've got to give an odometer reading, you're going to need some way of keeping track of your miles. So anyway, have a good one. Thanks for watching.